So I want to welcome everyone today. This is an exciting day for us. This is always the highlight of the year for those of us at ABH and our staff. So much of our work on a daily basis is about confronting the challenges you all face on a daily basis to provide the best services possible in the most effective way for the clients you serve. Today is not about challenges. Today is about celebrating successes. And the successes of the recipients that will be honored today, but also for our entire field. And that's why it's a really exciting day for us.
You are all on the front lines in very difficult times. And on behalf of the members of the Joint Committee on Mental Health, Substance Use and Recovery, I thank you for your service. You provide the invaluable supports that allow your clients to embrace resilience and love, live, work, learn, and strive to reach their personal goals.
Truly from my heart to the folks who are getting awards, have gotten awards, and will get awards. Congratulations. It's not an empty award when it's given to you from your peers.
I don't know if you're told often enough how important you are to us, those of us who struggle with something that is so stigmatized and still looked at as maybe a misunderstanding, not knowing what mental health really is, how impactful you've been. Somehow we can find a way to work together to get people to treat mental health like physical health.
So Marsha Medalie is Riverside's Executive Vice President and Chief Operating Officer, but in a lot of ways, even if you don't know it, she belongs to everybody in this room as well because of all the work she does on a regular basis. Marsha's colleagues at Riverside were thrilled to nominate her, and it's a real honor to have ABH recognize her great work for so many years. Marsha was a CEO when she joined Riverside 23 years ago, and she was a CEO twice before she joined Riverside 23 years ago. And she was successful in both jobs, and then ended up joining Riverside and there's some very funny stories, which I'm not going to make jokes today, but I will share them with you privately later. The bummer from my standpoint is that Marsha often doesn't get the recognition that would come with being the CEO, having the title. So this award, from my vantage point, goes a long way toward making that statement. And Marsha, we really appreciate all your great work. Thank you.
Wow. I can't believe Scott made it through that whole thing without making jokes about me. Because, you know, he makes jokes pretty much all the time, so probably many of you in this room are equally shocked. And usually when it's about me, the jokes have to do with how short I am. So I have taken to doing preemptive short jokes about myself to try to ward it off. So this was momentous. Good work. But in all seriousness, I'm really honored and appreciative of the award and the recognition of my efforts over the many years I've been at the work that we all do. And you know, when I first moved over to Riverside through a merger, stepping down from being a CEO, like Scott mentioned, there were many people who told me that I was making a big mistake, not just going out and finding another CEO position. And a few who were even mad at me for doing that. A couple might actually be in this room today. But I knew that as the EVP COO position at Riverside, I could still help lead a great organization, still be out there advocating for staff, for the people we serve, and for the important programs in the behavioral health care system, that I could still go on making a difference. And I really have to thank Scott for making this possible in a lot of ways, because for his generosity and confidence in, as he calls it, the job sharing that the two of us do really, really matters. And I have to credit Riverside's board of directors, who many years ago decided that they wanted that dual leadership model to make the organization as strong as possible. Also, I want to thank and honor Vic and the whole staff at ABH. I think everybody here knows what a skilled, passionate, and effective group of people they are, so to have them choose to recognize me is a real honor. And it's true, like Scott said, that I do get involved with a lot of statewide work, often with ABH. And like all of us who take on those roles, it is hard to fit the extra responsibilities into an already demanding job. But the work ABH does is so critical to the thousands of people who depend on the mental health and addiction services that ABH members provide, that it's just always been obvious to me that I have to do my part. So to conclude, I really want to say that I feel fortunate to work at Riverside with Scott, with our amazing executive and senior leadership team, our board, and so many great, dedicated, and skilled staff. Fortunate to have the help and support of Vic and Lydia, Connie, Mandy, now Megan, and Rosemary and Ellen at ABH, and to work with so many smart, dedicated, skilled people from other providers, state government, and other organizations who are invested in making sure Massachusetts has the very best behavioral health care services we can provide for the thousands of people who depend on us. So thank you very much.